Louisiana State Penitentiary, known as Angola, sits on former plantation land along the Mississippi River. It is one of the largest maximum security prisons in the United States. For decades, men enter here under sentences that effectively erase the future. Many never leave. Inside Angola, music exists under restriction. Blues, gospel, and soul circulate quietly through cell blocks and yards. This music is not entertainment. It is structure. It marks time. It preserves identity where the justice system often removes it. Among Angola's population are men later shown to be wrongfully convicted. Their cases originate in periods marked by racial bias, coerced confessions, unreliable witnesses, and limited forensic scrutiny. Trials move quickly. Appeals move slowly. Sentences stretch into decades. Some of these men turn to music after conviction. Others arrive with musical skill and develop it further inside. The reason is consistent. Music provides psychological survival. It requires memory, focus, and narrative continuity. It allows expression when legal language fails. If stories like this matter to you, consider subscribing, because what happens next reveals how this system truly works. Angola's structure reinforces permanence. Parole is rare for much of its history. Life sentences dominate. Review mechanisms exist but are narrow. Errors persist because correcting them disrupts institutional stability. One of the most documented cases linking wrongful imprisonment and music is Robert King Wilkerson, a member of the Angola Three. He is convicted of murder in the early 1970s. The case relies on testimony later discredited. He maintains innocence from the beginning. Wilkerson spends nearly 3 decades in solitary confinement. Conditions are severe. Contact is limited. Time loses meaning. During this period, he learns guitar and writes songs. When instruments are unavailable, he composes mentally. His music focuses on confinement, time, and injustice. It does not exaggerate. It documents lived reality. Outside attention grows as journalists and legal advocates re-examine the Angola Three cases. Evidence handling and witness credibility collapse under review. In 2001, Wilkerson's conviction is overturned. He is released after almost 30 years. He leaves Angola with music shaped entirely by wrongful imprisonment. His recordings attract attention not for polish, but for accuracy. His case is unusual for its resolution. Many others never receive meaningful review. Some die incarcerated with innocence claims unresolved. Their music becomes the only surviving record of their experience. Angola allows limited music programs under strict supervision. Performances occur during religious services or special events. Recording is rare. Outside access is tightly controlled. When music leaves the prison, it does so slowly. Not all incarcerated musicians are wrongfully convicted. This distinction matters. But for those who are, music becomes parallel documentation. It circulates when court filings do not. It reaches audiences who never read legal opinions. Louisiana's history of racial disparity in policing and prosecution is well documented. Black defendants face higher conviction rates and harsher sentences. These patterns shape who ends up at Angola and how long they remain. Music does not bring privilege. It does not shorten sentences. It does not protect against punishment. At best, it offers momentary reprieve. At worst, it draws attention that can be withdrawn. Some incarcerated musicians receive outside support from journalists or advocacy groups. Access remains limited. Impact depends on public attention, which fluctuates. Wrongful imprisonment produces long-term psychological harm. Isolation alters cognition. Memory degrades. Music counters some of this damage by requiring recall and structure. It keeps identity intact. Post-conviction reviews occasionally reveal prosecutorial misconduct or withheld evidence. These findings do not always lead to release. Sometimes they result only in acknowledgement. Release does not restore lost time. Formerly incarcerated musicians face stigma, health problems, and economic instability. Music becomes both livelihood and reminder. Legal exoneration addresses convictions, not lived experience. Music fills that gap. It records what court rulings omit. Angola continues to operate. New prisoners arrive. Old ones remain. Wrongful convictions continue nationwide. The conditions that produced past errors persist in altered form. The legacy of wrongfully imprisoned musicians at Angola includes release, death, recognition, and silence. Their stories show how wrongful convictions do more than steal freedom. They erase contributions and mute voices. Music resists erasure. It carries truth without legal authority. It does not argue. It states. Listening reveals what the system often obscures. That innocence can exist behind bars for decades. That correction arrives unevenly. That some voices never reach the outside. The story ends where it began. Inside a prison built to last. With music that survives confinement but cannot recover lost time. If you think this story was intense, the next one will leave you speechless. Subscribe for more true crime stories that'll keep you on the edge of your seat.